I know we got programs for sisters, but did you know we got programs for brothers? That's right. Turning young men into husbands, into fathers, into leaders. There's steps to this thing. Goal setting for young men, how to be a visionary, planning and execution. How to overcome a poverty mindset and how to gain financial literacy. Family communication, now you all know that's a biggie right there. Family communication, how to talk to your wife and how to talk to your children. Savings and having a financial base for the family. And last but not least, entrepreneurship. Very important for changing and turning men into husbands, husbands into fathers, and fathers into leaders.
We got a bishop on deck. See what I'm saying? Absolute, we got a bishop on deck. Absolute, we got a bishop on deck. Absolute, see my bishop on deck. All rise on feet, show respect. All these damn dogs getting checked. Hey, see what I'm saying? Hey, shout him out. Tuesday, shout him out. Tuesday, put in work, reach the people, see my bishop, he don't play. Shout him out. Tuesday, shout him out. Tuesday, put in work, reach the people, see my bishop, he don't play. Shout him out. Tuesday, shout him out. Tuesday, put in work, reach the people, see my bishop, he don't play. Shout him out. Tuesday, shout him out. Tuesday, put in work, reach the people, see my bishop, he don't play. Absolute, we got the bishop on deck. On deck. Absolute, we got the bishop on deck. See what I'm saying? Absolute, we got the bishop on deck.
The Image of the Black and Western Art, Volume 2. This was published by Harvard. Okay. Harvard University Press in England. This book goes into heraldry, which is the coats and arms of kings, queens, knights, rulers, bishops. As you can see, these are black images during the Middle Ages. Okay? Black rulers. All right, let's go on. Here's some more. These are things they don't show you in school. They teach black history starting with slavery from more or less around 1619, all the way from there, or not all the way, but from there. Never going before that, where these images, like we're showing here, let's take a look at what year is that? 1316. Okay, 1316. Some of them even at 1276. Because we were ruling during that time period. All right, take a look. Take a look. And where is this? This is number 5. Let me zoom in a little closer. 5. Memorial bearings of Cologne, the holy kings, the bishop and his vassals. Okay, that's what number 5 is. What you're looking at here. Okay. Number 6. Banners of Sardinia and Corsica associated with the arms of the King of Aragon. Let's take a look. Do you see that? A black man. Black men. Let's look at this one. Number 7. Heraldic Moors from the Universal Memorial of the Gallery Herald. 1370. Let's take a look. Look. There's a sister right there. Another one over there. So what I'm showing you is that black people ruled during the Dark Ages. Now, watch this. This one I wanted to show you guys. This is picture number 9, right? Take a look. It's in black and white, but this one looks like I see Caucasian people, no color, and I see black people with bows and arrows. Black people in the castle. There's a lion attacking one of these white guys with no pigment. Now, this is picture number 9. Let's see what it says. Number 9, Wild Men and Moors Tapestry. All it says is Wild Men and Moors, okay? Y'all remember in the movie or the series on HBO called Game of Thrones, there was a group of guys or wild people called the wildlings. This is where they got it from. Now, the colored image of this black and white, I'm going to show you it. They have it right here on the next page. And it's in color. Look. Y'all see that? White folks, hairy, attacking black people who live in the castle. Do y'all see this? Look at the top. Black people, black people, black people, black people. Black women, black women. There's a king right there. Archers and bowmen. Do y'all see this? Do you see this? Do your children see this? We were fighting for our lives to retain our homes, our castles, because we were the rulers. And white folks attacked us. See, it's in their spirit. A lot of y'all always want to know, why do white people always attack us? It's in their spirit. From the book of time of Genesis, 25 on down, you can read about these people always attacking us. Okay? Now, what's funny about this, not even funny, it's sad. Remember, this was figure 9, right? This is painting 9? Yeah, number 9. Let me see if I can find what it says about figure 9. Let me turn the page. Figure 9. In the scene we're studying, the attack on the castle, not only is this distinction clearly marked, but wild men and blacks are set in real opposition to each other. See, here they call them wild men. Why don't you just say white people? See how they play with words? The black archers who come out in front of the drawbridge are, by their clothing and their beards, are the Saracen, Muslims. Type often represented in 14th century chronicles of the Crusades. Like the other defenders posted on the ramparts or at the tops of the towers, they wear a bandeau on their forehead. The total effect is that of a troop of blacks, armed, organized, urban, small of stature. You see that? It's always some negatives with us in their books. Always. Let me just jump down. 3 persons leaning out of the window of the keep. A crowned black king with a white beard, a black queen with blonde hair, and a black princess whose arms are outstretched in a gesture of tearful pleading. Okay? It's always negative when they write. And they won't even call themselves white people. They say wild people or wildlings like they do in the movie. Look at number 24 and 25. Let's take a look. Let's see what it says. Martyrdoms of St. Matthew and St. Maurice. Martyrology. Prague, 1402. All right. So they're claiming that this is the martyrdom of St. Matthew here. They're saying that this is St. Matthew and these blacks are killing St. Matthew. Okay. Really, let's go down. Martyrdom of St. Maurice. What do y'all notice about this picture? I'm showing you how white people are evil. Take a good look. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom in. Hopefully you're going to see it. Look at his face and look at his hands. Look at his face. From what you can see, it's black. Look at his hands. color's been taken out. This is called iconoclasm. What white folks do is go into our records and change the color of the people to benefit them. This is what they do. All right. Let me see. Number 26. Let me see if I can find a writing for number 26. Okay, figure 26. It is natural to find repeated allusions of the glory of Alexander in the work, but surprising to meet the Queen of Sheba there. Yet there she is, splendid as never before, graceful of posture, elegantly gowned, her hair luxuriant and blonde. Now, we all know the Queen of Sheba did not have blonde hair. Okay, this white folks, they always go in and touch things up, got to change things. That's what they do. All right, look at this. You got the knights in the back with armor, black men. All right, we're going to look at figure 48, but let's get the first. Figure 48. I'll start from here. We should point out that the two scenes do not appear in the older versions of the play of the Antichrist that we have been able to consult. A little further on in the manuscript, monstrous white men. Oh, I like this wording here. Monstrous white men and blacks carrying curved sabers and an emblazoned shield march toward the Antichrist, and kings from all over the world worship him. Let's take a look at that. That was figure 48. There we go. Monstrous white men on a goat, marching black men to the Antichrist. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Now let's look at number 47. King of the Moors submitting to the Antichrist. That's figure 47. Figure 47. King of the Moors submitting to the Antichrist. That's the white man. We've been telling y'all the Antichrist is the white man for years. You Christians have a lack of faith. You don't believe nothing we tell you. Even when we show you in the scriptures. Now we're showing you with ancient archaeology. Our fathers always knew the white man is Antichrist. Okay? Always knew. Look at this. 46. Envoys of the Antichrist preaching before the kings of Libya and Ethiopia. 46. Oh, here's 46. Let's pull back. Envoys of kings before the Antichrist preaching. The Antichrist preaching. Do y'all see this? Do you see this? Well, I really don't know how to help you. I'm going to go back to this one. King of the Moors submitting to the Antichrist. Number 47. I don't think I went all the way down. I started up here, but I didn't go. There's the king there with the Moors. There's the Antichrist, but I didn't go down when it says that he submitted to him. Look, and they took the crown off his head. That's what the white man does. The white man and his false prophet. The beast and the false prophet. Oh boy, Christianity, democracy. They remove kings and put kings in that they want. That's what America does. Y'all keep playing. You better get with this, these parables been trying to share with y'all. Open your understanding. Number 50. Memorial bearings of the great Khan and his vassals. Number 50. There's the great Khan there. Crown over his head. Let's pan down. Black, black. 3 black men here. '51. Memorial bearings of the vassals of the emperor. Memorial bearings of the vassals of Emperor of Constantinople. Do y'all see this? Black men with swords. We're going to look at picture, let me zoom in. We're going to look at picture 73, 74, and 75. 73 is the capture of Antioch, William of Tyre, Historia della Tierra de Ottoman. 13th to 14th century, excuse me. Next one is the defeat of the Prince of Egypt, William Tyre, Historia della Terra de Ottoman. 75, Charlemagne's siege of Agen. All right. Here is picture 73. I want y'all to take a good look. Here's a castle. There's black people wearing armor in the castle, throwing down stones. Here we have white people attacking the castle, trying to take the castle. Pay close attention. This is our history. This is what led into slavery. Let's go down. This is picture, oh, I'm sorry. This is 74 here. Where is it? 74. Take a good look. White people in armor chopping up black people that they conquered. Do y'all see that? This is our history. This is what led us into slavery, the transatlantic slave trade. This predated it. Here's 75 with Aragon leading men against who? Black people in a castle with bows and arrows and armor. Do y'all see that? Pay close attention. This predated slavery. After this came the slave trade. 76, capture of Damietta, Joinville. Okay, let's take a look. Pay close attention. What do you see? White people coming against black people in a castle. We told y'all we were ruling Europe for 1,000 years. Okay. 77, Crusaders fighting Saracens. These are black men. They started lightening their color, but these are black men. These are Caucasians coming against us. Look on the coats of arms. You have black heads. Okay. 170, 171. Jean de la Chapelle. Black king and serving man details. So, here you have the black king. And this is possibly the serving man, possibly. $172. Let's go up. 172. Black king.
No, and they don't give a name. Just Black King. Just Black King. Picture 218, memorial bearings of the Pucci family. Italy, 15th century, 17th to the 17th century. And then we're going to look at picture 219. So picture 218, we're going to look at the Pucci family. I want y'all to see this because it's not a drawing. Okay, these are etched in stone. Stone reliefs of black men ruling Europe. Down here, pay close attention. You have white man on horseback. You have the image of a black knight with a shield, black coat of arms on a stick. And the white guy's practicing fighting against the black man, which is an Israelite, which they call Moors or Saracens in this book. This is our conquest, how they conquered us. Okay, this is near that time. Remember, this is the 15th to the 16th century. But remember, we were the rulers. We want to look at what it says about 221. Picture 221, that's 221. 221. Let's pull back just a little bit. To cite only one more example, the diversification of heraldic themes gave birth to a charming circular composition by, I don't know what that says, a wild man. Remember I said instead of saying white man, they like to say wild man. A wild man holding two shields, one with a hare, which is a rabbit, the other with the head of a black. Wait a minute, let's take a look at that again. Look, the white man, remember the Genesis 25 said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. This is Esau. There's the rabbit, the hare, and there's the head of the black man on the coat of arms. This is illustrating them conquering us. Now, let's look at picture 222. 222. Let me see if I get it right. The black head adorns the shield of St. George on a silver statuette dating to 1503, the oldest piece in the collection, and figures on the guard and pommel of the sainted knight's sword. Okay. Let's take a look. All right, you got a white guy in armor, but look, he has the shield of a black man's head. And this is a dragon. You can't make this stuff up. We're going to look at picture 223 and 224. Monogrammist, PW, playing cards, king and knave in the Parrot series. Cologne about 1500. There's 224 and 223. Look at the black man on the horse, the knave, and there's the Parrot series it's talking about. Black man in armor on a horse. Armored horse. Black man in armor. There's a Parrot series. I'm showing you once again, black people ruled Europe. We were the warriors. We were the kings. We were the queens. Picture 225 I want to look at. Memorial bearings of the Dura family, 1523. Look, black man There's a date, 1523 AD. Coat of arms. A black ruler. Africa being an accurate description of the regions of Egypt, Barbary, Libya, and Bildergerd, the land of Negroes, Guinea, Ethiopia, and the Abyssinians. Abyssinia, that's Ethiopia. All right. This was published in 1670. Africa being an accurate description of the regions of Egypt, Barbary, Libya, and Bildergerd, the land of Negroes, Guinea, Ethiopia, and the Abyssinians. That's Ethiopia. Published in 1670. Let's go in. All right. I'm on page 34. That's the original page, but in this book it's on 31. All right. I'm going to start here. Many Jews also are scattered over this region, some natives boasting themselves of Abraham's seed. It's talking about Africa. See the title there, Africa. Many Jews also are scattered over this region. What region? Africa. Some natives boasting themselves of Abraham's seed, inhabiting both sides the river Niger, or Niger. Others are Asian strangers who fled thither either from the desolation of Jerusalem by Vespasian at 70 AD, or from Judea, wasted and depopulated by the Romans, Persians, Saracens, that's Muslims, and Christians, or else such as came out of Europe, whence they were banished. So it's referring to those Jews, those black Jews that were banished, those Jews that were keeping the commandments that were banished. Not all the blacks, but the ones keeping the commandments. Out of some, they were banished where? From where? Out of some parts of Italy in the year 1342, out of Spain in the year 1462, out of the Low Countries, that's the Netherlands, in 1350, out of France in 1403, out of England in 1422. These all differ in habit and are divided into several tribes, having no dominion, though both wealthy and numerous, but despised of all nations, and so abominated by the Turks that they are not admitted to be Mohammedans unless first baptized, and then no otherwise made use of than to receive their customs and gather in their taxes. The Jewish Encyclopedia, a descriptive record of the history, religion, literature, and customs of the Jewish people from the earliest times to the present day, prepared by more than 400 scholars and specialists. Let's go down. This is volume 4, okay? Published in 1803. 1803. I always tell you, get the old books, not the new ones, but the old ones. All right, we're going inside. We're looking up the word Khazar. Now, if you notice, they have it spelled with a C here, opposed to a K, but it's the same race, the same people, the Khazars. So, let's just go inside and hold on. Let's go down. All right. Among the classical writers of the Middle Ages, they were known as the Khazars, Khazirs, Akatsirs, and Akatirs, and in the Russian chronicles as Qualisis and Ugri Bayalye. Don't ask me if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm probably not, but y'all can see it for yourselves. All right, let's move over. I want y'all to, I'm going to read out loud. Y'all read along. In the second half of the 16th century, the Khazars moved westward. They established themselves in the territory bounded by the Sea of Azov, the Don and the Lower Volga, the Caspian Sea, and the Northern Caucasus. So they lived around the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. The Caucasian Goths, Tetraxites, were subjugated by the Khazars, probably about the 7th century. This is Russian. I don't speak Russian. Sorry. I'm picking up right here with early. Early in that century, the kingdom of the Khazars had become powerful enough to enable the Cajun to send to the Byzantine Emperor Heraclius an army of 40,000 men, by whose aid he conquered the Persians, 626 to 627. Let's move down. I'm just getting to some key points. In 679, the Khazars subjugated the Bulgars and extended their sway farther west between the Don and Dnieper. Now, the Bulgars are going to find out we're black people, okay? Let me see if I got it in here. The reason they're going to, who has hitherto been called the white, or described I'll cover that another time. But today, I don't want to get off topic. All right, let's get back over here. As the head, you know what? Let me go back. I know I forgot the main part. In 679, the Khazars subjugated the Bulgars and extended their sway farther west between the Don and the Dnieper, as far as the headwaters of the Donets in the province of Labelia. It was probably about that time that the Cajun, Cajun Bullen of the Khazars, and his grandees, together with a large number of his heathen people, embraced the Jewish religion. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go down. Let's go down right here. All right. Some centuries ago, King Bullen, that's Cajun Bullen, reigned over the Khazars. To him, God appeared in a dream and promised him might and glory. Encouraged by this dream, Bullen went by the road of Darlin to the country of Ardabil, where he gained great victories over the Arabs. The Byzantine emperor and the Caliph of the Ishmaelites, that's the Arabs, sent to him envoys with presents and sages to convert him to their respective religions. So everybody wanted Cajun Bullen and his people on their side. Bullen invited also wise men of Israel. These men of Israel were black men. We're going to show you that. And proceeded to examine them all, as each of the champions believed his religion to be the best. Bullen separately questioned the Mohammedans and the Christians as to which of the other two religions they considered the better. When both gave preference to that of the Jews, that king perceived that it must be the true religion. He therefore adopted it. You see that? Let's go down. This account of the conversion was considered to be of a legendary nature. Harkavy, however, in Bilbasov and whatever that word is, proved from Arabic and Slavonian sources that the religious disputation of the Khazarian court is a historical fact. Wow. Let's move over. Watch this. In this letter, Hasdi speaks of the tradition according to which the Khazars once dwelt near the Seir Mountains. Y'all know the Seir Mountains. Read Genesis 36. You read about Esau dwelling in the Seir Mountains. Wow. Now watch this. I've been talking to y'all about Spain for a while. Remember this. Look at this. Many members of the Khazarian royal family immigrated to Spain. Until the 13th century, the Crimea was known to European travelers as Gazaria, the Italian form of Khazaria. So these Edomite converts immigrated to Spain. Okay, this was around the fall when they conquered us in Spain, when the white man began to take it back. And these so-called white people, these converts, some assisted us, but most assisted the white Christians. And then in 1492, they began to send us into slavery. These people joined with their Christian Caucasian brothers, which is to be expected.
Well, my week has been, oh my God. Do you get to have people who literally ask you how your week has been? No. I really thank God for you, Clifton. Yes. My week has literally been calm. I think I felt sick, especially yesterday. My body was really failing me kidogo. But today, I think I woke up feeling very well. Today, I'm energized. So I really thank God. It's really been a chilled week. Yeah. How has your week been? Please tell us how your week has been as well.
Yes. In fact, allow me to throw it to our... You know, we're privileged to have Bishop Nathaniel Israel to just get to ask him, how has your week been? Given that we were with you last week, so I think this question as well just goes to you. How has your week been?
Well, my week has been very interesting.
Yes.
Well, it was good, but we got attacked by one of your Christian churches. Speak the name Jesus Ministries. What was their name? Peter Manuity. We were at a market, and they hate Jesus being black. Many of the congregants, we weren't even in front of the church. We were like 3 blocks away in front of a market. His members came down and they threw, what is it? It was water, but it's urine. It was urine and water, and they were throwing it saying, fire, fire, fire. So I was shocked. Then they started to throw rocks. What? So we left. We said, wow, some Christians here in Kenya hate a black Jesus. And that's how we proved Jesus was black. And I challenge every minister, prove to us he's white. I can prove to you in the Bible he's black, but nobody can prove he's white. So my week was very interesting here in Kenya. And we forgive them. We pray for them. We do love our brothers and sisters. Okay. Wow. So that's how my week was.
Yeah. Wow, such a tough week. You know, for us, we sort of like get tear gassed when we are up in arms.
I forgot to tear gas, yes. Yeah. And then the police was with them and threw canisters of tear gas. I forgot to mention that. It's all on video.
Yeah, there's a clip that has been playing when you were,
he saw it.
Explaining
I ain't making nothing up. I ain't on nobody.
Wow, sorry about that. But probably if I may just, rip the Band-Aid. Why do you think that it's so? Is it that we are so rigid to understand this new understanding?
Yes.
Or where do you think that's?
I think that it's the same in America. Wherever our people have been colonized and enslaved, our minds are destroyed. For centuries, we've been taught Jesus is white by our colonizers. So that's all we know. So when we show them the truth of the Bible, because now this is the time of the prophets coming back, our people reject it because they're not used to it. They've never heard it. They cannot see a black man as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. It must be the white man. It cannot be a man that looks like you or me. Never, 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 never. That's how it is in the mindset of our people, especially here in some place in Kenya.
Yeah. Interestingly, I didn't realize how crazy, if I may call it that, how this thing is in terms of, I saw your Instagram account where you were checking out the different matatus. We call them matatus, in Kenya we call them nganyas, like matatus, where they all have paintings of, you know, this, for us we understand that that's, you know, Jesus' face and all. So when you see that, that being the part of our culture and all these things, how does that make you feel, and what would you tell us in terms of the culture that you've embraced?
It infuriates me because it shows a lack of esteem, and it shows that our people don't know who they are as yet, which is understandable. And I tell everyone that that image that the world worships is the image of the beast. That if you worship that image and you die worshiping that, you will be cast into the lake of fire. That is the image Christ was warning us about in Matthew 24, verse 4 and 5. If we can read that real quick for me. Matthew 24, verse 4 and 5. Watch this.
Matthew.
Come on, Matthew 24, 4 and 5.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
That's what your missionaries did. When the Portuguese, the British, they all came saying that they are Christ. And they forced the image on our sons and our daughters, our mothers and fathers. If you didn't accept it, they killed you, they raped the women, and they forced that image on us. That's what they did. Did the same thing in America, the United Kingdom, wherever we were. That's what they did. And now we think that's Jesus with no biblical evidence. None, not one verse.
Is it possible for us to literally pin down where Jesus is from, like specifically, because Kenya has different countries. So from what part of Africa specifically?
Ah, that's a good question. Jerusalem.
Jerusalem?
That's right.
Is Jerusalem really in Africa?
Yes. Oh, y'all don't know the history. Let me explain to you. 1869, the Suez Canal. Y'all know about that? What happened with the Suez? Do you know anything about it? If you don't, it's okay.
I don't.
1869, the white man built the Suez Canal, cutting off Israel from Egypt. It was one continent. Africa extended from South Africa to Israel. 1869, they got the Suez Canal, they built it, separating Israel from the continent of Africa. That's what they did. So now you don't no longer think, when I say Jerusalem, you think white man. Why? Because the white man is now there from 1948. You understand? So that's crafty counsel. Like when you read in Psalms 83, verse, let me show you. Psalms 83, crafty counsel, verse 3 and 4.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Let's name some crafty counsel. Slavery, colonialism, miseducation, renaming of the people, religions, politics are crafty counsel. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
We're the hidden ones, because none of you know who you are. The truth that we're the Israelites has been hidden. Go ahead.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why you don't know you're Israel. We say Christ is from Jerusalem. You go, no. Jerusalem is not in Africa. P.L.O. Lumumba said most Kenyans relish, I don't know if you know P.L.O. Lumumba. Yes, he said most Kenyans relish ignorance. They love it. They don't read books. Read the history of what happened to here in Kenya and on the continent of Africa. You'll figure it all out because it's all in the Bible. It's all in here.
Yeah. Speaking of history, allow me to just take us back and let's talk religion kidogo. So we have Christianity, Hinduism, Islamism. Where does that all stem from? And do we in any way see it in the Bible where, you know, we now see these divides, which we are now as a people in the world?
Okay. You asked about the various religions.
Yes. And yes.
And what else?
Yeah.
Psalms 96 or Psalm 94, I forgot.
Book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 5.
That's it.
For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens.
All the gods of the nations are idols. We're not to worship idols.
Okay.
Else shall have no idols. It says no images and no idols. To worship, to bow down and worship. Christianity is idolatrous. You all worship a white Jesus on a wooden cross. Islam is idolatrous. You have to worship the Kaaba stone in Mecca. You got to kiss it. That's idolatry. Krishna, the Hinduism, that's a stone god with 8 arms. Buddhism, you got the big statue of Buddha. It's all idolatry. But God made the heavens. The one true God is our God. You understand that? And guess what? Only our God. Joel 2:27. I know you're shocked. You say, oh, he's the God of everybody. Let's see what the Bible says. Joel 2:27.
Joel chapter 2 verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
What? And what?
And none else.
So how do you read that and go, he's everybody's God?
Yeah.
You've all been lied to. You've just been following lie after lie after lie. That's why they colonize you here. That's why they could come in and destroy your people. And like in the hotel, there's child trafficking here in Kenya. You got a black minister with a little kid. Everybody thinks that's his child. Here come 2 Europeans in the hotel. Nobody's thinking of it. The brother's sitting around. They give him an envelope. He gives him the child, and he walks off. I'm like, what is this going on here? And nobody says nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I say something, I'll be the devil. What is wrong with y'all here? They're stealing your children, taking them to America and making them their butlers and maids. Butlers and maids, slaves.
All right, let's get to the reading of the shout out letters. This first one reads, to the General, Bishop Nathaniel, Bishop Asaph, and Bishop Kenai, thank you all for your knowledge of the Word of God that you teach us all. My prayer is that God keeps his hand upon you all and the nation of Israel. Please use these alms. Thank you, Rico and Lisa S. All praises. Thank you, Rico and Lisa. This next one is a card that says, thank you so much. Shalom, Bishop. Please accept these alms to do with as you see fit for the betterment of our nation. As always, my family and I pray for leadership and your safe travels throughout to teach our people. I'm excited to see how all the work you and leadership have placed on the men to burn the fat is paying off. It's motivated me as well, letting me know the standard that is required to be a leader among our people. Thank you for the tough love and brotherly insults to help keep us all motivated to never give up and never give in. Lord's will, we will all get it together to be that beacon of light of hope to our people. As always, Bishop, thank you for your sacrifice. You are truly admired by our people. Thanks to the Most High for putting the spirit on you and our leadership at IUIC. Thank you, Brother Rico and Sister Kara and family. I see your son and daughter named there. All praises. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Brother Rico and Sister Kara. All praises. All right. This next letter says, Shalom, Israelites. May Yahweh continue to bless this organization for your good and fruitful works. I pray Yahweh guide your footsteps away from all evil. I pray that your travels across the globe to bring the Israelites that has an ear to hear Yahweh's truthful scriptures back to his commandments. I pray that Yahweh continue to keep you safe from the enemy in all your travels everywhere Yahweh leads you to. May Yahweh continue to bless your families always for the truthful scriptures you give to Yahweh's lost sheep. From C. Childs. C. Childs. Thank you, C. Childs. All praises. This next one says, Shalom, Bishop Nathaniel. We appreciate all your hard work. Just a little something to help in the work of the Most High. Tell all the brethren, Shalom, and that we always keep all of you in our prayers with the help of the Most High. I know that we will all make it if we keep those commandments. Sincerely, Ruth R. and Vernon B. Okay, all praises. Thank y'all so much. This next one says, Shalom, Bishop Nathaniel. All praises to our Most High God for all that you, Bishop Nathaniel, and leadership have and are doing to reach the lost sheep. We learn our history and who is our God. May God continue to protect and keep you all as you travel global and within these states. I appreciate all of you and leadership, sacrifices, and those of each of you all as family members, that we may continue Most High God commandments and laws. Please accept these alms and do so as you feel necessary. I am so grateful to learn of this truth and how it needs to apply in our lives. Respectfully, Sister Norma R. All praises. Thank you, Sister Norma. All praises. All right, this next one is a little short one. It's from Gregory T. of East Pittsburgh. Oh, well, I guess that's I see one. East PGH. PA, Pennsylvania, I guess. I don't know. Bishop Nathaniel, here's a little something to get my brick in for building the kingdom. Please send up prayers for my health. Thank you. Christ bless. All right, Gregory, all praises. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All praises. And the losing weight is going pretty well for the brothers. I'd say at least 97% of them are approaching the green. Those that were in the red are approaching the green. Most are in the green. Then you still got those one little sticklers, that 3% that's still huffing and puffing, eating cheese doodles and, hamburgers on the side. The hell is this? And after we finish with the brothers, we're going to get on the sisters. Y'all might run. I don't know, but we'll see. You need that tough love. Anyway, we want to give a shout out of thanks to Brother Andrew B.I. Shout out of thanks to Brother Gregory T. Shout out of thanks to Leslie C.S. Shout out of thanks to... I can't read this. A.B. or something like that. Shout out of thanks to the Brooks Company. Shout out of thanks to Rico and Lisa S. Shout out of thanks to Alvin E. of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Shout out to James G.F. Jr. Shout out of thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Walker. Shout out of thanks to Curtis J. Sr. Shout out of thanks to Jennifer S. Shout out of thanks to D.E. Norman. Shout out of thanks to Sister Verna B. Shout out of thanks to Sister Ruth R. Shout out of thanks to Dennis L. Shout out of thanks to Maurice or Betty H. Shout out of thanks to Sister Norma R. Shout out of thanks to C. Childs. Shout out of thanks to, my goodness, I can't read that. You know who you are, and the Lord does too. Shout out of thanks to Sister Martha M. Shalom, Bishop. Pray that all is well. Most High in Christ. It says Most High God continues to keep his protective hands upon you and the leadership as you all teach and awake us to our history as a people. I also pray that all your families are protected as well. All praises for my sisters and families being supportive of their lords. Please excuse my penmanship and the delay in sending blankety blankety blank blank blank. I again apologize, Bishop, as I have some challenges and have been under the weather. Please hold me in prayers that this illness will soon pass. Thank you for all that you all do, for the many lives changed, and for family and marriages being taught, and it is honorable in how to, bear with me, and how to treat and respect one another. All praises. This is from Sister Norma R. Thank you, Sister Norma. All praises. This next one says, Shalom, Bishop, please pray for me. I was getting my car fixed to come to class in Sacramento, California. After I paid $1,300 to get car fixed, Indian man cheated me. Car not fixed, gave 3 months warranty that wasn't on. Basically said sue him. So I am. But first I went to BAR, Bureau of Automotive Repairs. Indian man investigated the case, and Indian man Elam at Meineke say I never paid him which was a lie. Indian man Elam with BAR closed my case believing Indian man of his own race. So I complained about racism. Now I'm accused of playing the race card by Elamite at BAR. But if he never showed racism, I would never had called it out. I go to court, Superior Court in March 2025 of 2 cases. One with the car situation, another with landlord issue, where a Chinaman grabbed my vagina. What the hell? Listening to Trump when he say grab him by the pussy, This is crazy and disrespectful. And I tried to forget what he did, but every few years, he makes it difficult. First year after I'm not laughing. Sorry, excuse me. First year after he did that, he put the house in his daughter's name. Second, he raised my rent by $700 in one instant. Now, 7 years later, he and his family trying to evict me. For 1 year straight, I fought these Moabites in Christ and realizing Esau not on my side either, but they had a hard time beating me. The Most High God, child, and he hates Moabites. No way can they win. Anyway, I decided to move out their house, but hate leaving my apple tree and tangerine tree and 2 orange trees. I can never again build up someone else's property, realizing we do need land of our own in every state and city. I'm suing a landlord for $100K and minor key $37K. Somebody gonna get me a new car so I can come to class, both in court. Please pray for me that I get the victory in both cases. Thank you. I will help the landlord. Sister, I'm just gonna say GW. All praises. All right, sis, we're going to keep you in prayer. I don't know what the hell is going on there, but we're going to pray for you. All right, this next one says, Shalom, Bishop, Most High in Christ, bless you all. Here's my donations to help the prophets go to the 4 corners of the earth, to teach our people who they are, and to repent of their sins. Seattle Camp, Sister Zara. This is Laura, Sister Laura. So a Hebrew name is Zara. All praises. All right, this next one says, Shalom, beloved Bishop, the General. Always please pray. Please receive these alms. Ecclesiasticus 29:10. This is from Sister Jediah, a.k.a. JJ, Jude 24 and 25. Yes. Well, let's speak to Deacon Asaph for you. All right. And last but not least, Shalom Leadership. All praise to the Most High for the good work. Sister Patricia G. of the Nebraska Camp. All praises. We want to give a shout out of thanks to Brother Willis. All praises. Shout out of thanks to Michelle E.J. All praises. Shout out of thanks to Usually Misunderstood. Shout out of thanks to the Brooks Company. Shout out of thanks to Anthony J.I. Shout out of thanks to E. Boatwright. Shout out of thanks to Sheila and Jada. Shout out of thanks to Jackie M. Shout out of thanks to Larry B. of the retired military. All praises. Shout out of thanks to, who's this from? Norma R. Shout out of thanks to Norma R again. Shout out of thanks to GW. Shout out of thanks to JH Friday. Shout out of thanks to Patricia L.E. Shout out of thanks to Patricia W. of Winnetka, California. Shout out of thanks to Jay Greenlee, Washington, D.C. Shout out of thanks to Jay Greenlee again. Shout out of thanks to Jay Strafford of Madison, Alabama. Shout out of thanks to Patricia G. Shout out of thanks to Sharon C. Shout out of thanks to Karen W. Shout out of thanks to Brother Edmund M.P. and Kara D.P. Shout out of thanks to Sister Zara. All praises. Shout out of thanks to Sister Zara again. Shout out of thanks to Rose E.D. of Clarksville, Tennessee. And last but not least, shout out to JJ. Yes, JJ, I saw your note. Dealt with it, handled it, all praises. Well, brothers and sisters, you know I love to say, let's all of us stay healthy. Let's stay faithful. Let's stay focused. But most of all, let's all of us stay in the spirit. Most High in Christ bless you all. Love you. Till next time. Shalom.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word